With over 1 billion potential movie fans, China has quickly become Hollywood's most coveted demographic, which explains why studios are bending over backwards to appeal to Chinese audiences and appease Chinese government censors. It happens all the time, but here's a look at some of the most blatant examples of movies Hollywood was forced to change for China. Star Trek Beyond. After J.J. Abrams departed the Star Trek franchise, Taiwanese director Justin Lin was brought in to give Star Trek Beyond some of the kick he had previously provided to 4 Fast and Furious films. During the Asian press tour for Star Trek Beyond, Lin revealed that he tailor-made the film to appeal to Chinese audiences specifically, interviewing Chinese film fans to see what they liked. I talked to a lot of people on why they go to movies, what kind of movies they want to see. And the thing that I got back was that everyone here, such great people, and they work so hard, and they want to get a sense of to escape and to really just kind of enjoy, have fun, laugh, and enjoy big action. And I feel this movie is tailor-made for the Chinese audience. Midnight Cowboy. If there's one thing Chinese censors really don't like, it's LGBTQ characters and themes. For decades, the government has cracked down on everything gay, leading some films to being butchered beyond comprehension. Case in point, the 1969 classic Midnight Cowboy, which one Chinese-Malaysian film buff described in Anthropologica as a confusing mess when he saw a censored version in the 1970s. The first thing about homosexuality that I remember making an impact on me was the movie Midnight Cowboy. It made me more confused than ever. I didn't speak English, and trying to read the subtitles in Chinese, I didn't know what was going on. It was very badly edited for Chinese audiences. X-Men: Days of Future Past. When it comes to tokenism, Chinese superstar Fan Bingbing has had more than her share of problems, particularly with superhero films. After being signed up for Iron Man 3, it turned out her role was for a scene that only appeared in the Chinese release, and her experience on X-Men: Days of Future Past was almost as bad. Bingbing signed a contract to appear in 4 X-Men films, but instead her character Blink has been in just 1, with barely any dialogue to show for it. Bingbing told the Star that she had her suspicions when director Bryan Singer contacted her about the role. In the comics, Blink is a Caucasian girl, so I was curious why Bryan wanted an Asian to play the role. Unfortunately, we all know the answer. Transformers: Age of Extinction. The producers behind Transformers: Age of Extinction went all out to pander to Chinese audiences. Not only were some of the film's biggest moments filmed in China, the movie's world premiere was held in Hong Kong. Plus, it's jam-packed with product placement, some of which doesn't even make sense, like Chinese ATMs in Texas. But hey, of all of the things that make no sense about the Transformers films, that's not even in the top 50. The Karate Kid. This remake of the classic 80s Karate Kid changed essentially everything about the original in order to appeal to Chinese audiences. In fact, it's not even about karate at all, as the updated version features Jaden Smith moving to China, where he learns the finer points of the Chinese art of kung fu from Hong Kong legend Jackie Chan. The pandering was bad enough that The Guardian suggested it should come with a disclaimer that the film was brought to you by the China National Tourist Office. Sounds about right. Logan. Given how hyper-violent the superhero blockbuster Logan was, it's no surprise that censors ended up pressuring Fox into cutting a whopping 14 minutes from the film's runtime. What's surprising is that they didn't demand even more cuts. In fact, Logan was the first film released in China under a new, less restrictive law that introduced the concept of age-based film ratings, with fans being warned in advance that elementary school students and preschool children must be accompanied by parents or guardians. Essentially, China got a PG-rated version of Logan rather than a G-rated version. Baby steps. Cloud Atlas. Audiences all over the world were perplexed by the convoluted and complex sci-fi opus Cloud Atlas, which wove multiple storylines and multiple time periods together to form a larger epic narrative. But film fans trying to figure out the plot in China faced an even more daunting challenge, as censors cut out an incredible 40 minutes from the film, including an entire storyline involving a same-sex romance in 1930s Britain. The film's 3 directors, Tom Tykwer and Lana and Lily Wachowski, claimed to be totally fine with the changes, telling reporters in China that they trusted their Chinese distributors to get the edits right. But if you really want to understand the story, you might be better off just reading the book. Independence Day Resurgence. Since the original Independence Day was never released in China, Fox had to go a different route, drumming up interest in 2016's sequel. They started by writing a story where America teams up with China to save the world, and followed that up by casting Chinese pop star Angelababy in a minor role, and then heavily hyping her bit part in promotional material. Chinese audiences found that annoying, but not as bad as some of the blatant product placement. Not only does Liam Hemsworth's American pilot inexplicably use Chinese instant messaging service QQ,
give him a little credit, Jake.
Hey.
But a Chinese drink called Moon Milk features prominently, leaving perplexed viewers venting their frustrations online. One Weibo user sarcastically posted, "When getting revenge on evil aliens, everyone should take 2 boxes of Mingyu Moon Milk with them." Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.